is breakfast week. I had no idea, I've never heard of it, but it sounds absolutely amazing because I am such a breakfast person. So this breakfast week runs from the 24th until the 30th of January. So I thought it would be the perfect excuse to create 3 really healthy breakfasts. Those of you that may have jumped on the health bandwagon this month, you're gonna love these recipes because they're all super healthy, they're all vegan, and they're absolutely delicious as well. So I've come up with 3 totally different recipes. The first one is something that you can make the night before, and then it's ready for you to take to school, work, or uni the next morning. The next one is a long-lasting breakfast, and that's going to be granola, which will store for about 4 weeks. And the third one is one for the weekend because it takes a little bit more time to prepare. It's savoury, so I'd say it's more of a weekend brunch, and that's going to be creamy garlic mushroom on toast. So starting off with the overnight apple oats pot, this takes no time at all to make. It's so simple. You will need some kind of jar. This is a Kilner Mason jar with a lid, and then you literally just put the ingredients into here, shake it up a bit, put it in the fridge, and then it's good to go the next morning. So to make this, you will need 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, half a cup of oats, 1 small apple, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, a small handful of unsalted pistachios, a small handful of raisins, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So first of all, just grate the apple, and then you want to put the apple straight into the jar. Then you want to add the oats, and oh, don't make as much mess as I have. Then you want to add about a tablespoon of chia seeds. Then you want to add about half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I absolutely love cinnamon, so I add probably more than about 1 teaspoon amount. Then you can add in your raisins, which just provide a bit more sweetness, and then the pistachios for a bit of a crunch. And then all you need to do is top it up with almond milk. Give it a stir, add a little bit more almond milk, put the lid on, and then shake it up. Then you want to put that straight into the fridge, and by the morning it would have thickened up and it will taste absolutely delicious. Moving on to the second breakfast, this is granola, and this is long lasting because you can make it in 1 big batch and then it'll save in an airtight container for about 4 weeks, but that's if you don't eat it by then, because I eat my granola so quickly because it tastes so good. This is a fruit and nut granola, so it has lots of different types of fruit, nuts and seeds in there, and it also has coconut chips, which just taste so delicious, and then of course oats. To sweeten it, I'm using a Grey Day 100% pure maple syrup, and this is so much better to use than a golden syrup or any other types of syrups, or just even sugar. Most granolas, especially shop-bought ones, are just pumped full of sugar that don't need it, and maple syrup is so delicious and you wouldn't even know that it's better for you. It tastes so good. So you could whip this up on a Sunday evening, and then you've got your breakfast sorted for the rest of the week. So you will need 2 cups of oats, 1 cup of almonds, 1 cup of pecans, half a cup of pumpkin seeds, 1 cup of chopped mixed dried fruit. Now I like to use apricots, prunes, figs and raisins, half a cup of coconut chips, half a cup of pure maple syrup, and a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. So first of all, you want to turn your oven on to 170 degrees Celsius, and then you want to melt the coconut oil in a pan over a low heat until it's totally melted. And then in a large mixing bowl, you're going to mix together the melted coconut oil with the maple syrup. Then you can stir in the oats, almonds, pecans, and also the pumpkin seeds. Then you can place this into a baking tray and try to flatten it so that it's evenly spread. And you want to bake this for 15 minutes. The reason I'm not adding the fruit in now is because I find that when I bake the fruit from the beginning, it can go really hard and chewy. So I like to bake it for 15 minutes, then give it a stir, mix in all of the fruit and the coconut chips, and bake for a further 5 minutes. When buying dried fruit, try to go for the ones without sulfur dioxide. You'll often see that dried apricots are bright orange, when in actual fact they should be brown or black, like this one here. So sulfur dioxide is just a preservative, but it's really not very good for you. The ones without sulfur dioxide are just as tasty. They taste exactly the same, in fact. They just aren't bright orange. So try to look out for these ones. Final breakfast is a creamy garlic mushroom on toast. It tastes so delicious and you wouldn't even know it's healthy. There's no